This question is from Google. So you give in a list of address, and in each list, street number, street name, city name, and state name is in the what? Is in the list, right? And then there is another list called queries. So in each queries, it represents street numbers, street name, city name, and state name. So it can be also null. So null represent match any address. So for this one, this is a null. So the second one is going to be street name. So this can be applied to anything, right? And then we want to design an address method and return a list of match address like true or false immediately. So yeah, this person using a trial, but I don't believe this is the efficient way. Yeah, and then it should be like a map. So street number will be one map. Name will be, street name will be one map. City name will be another one. State name will be another one, and then basically traverse every single value over here, and you want to keep like probably accumulate it, or aggregate every single the possibility into one, and later on if the combination or aggregation that you join is null, then it's basically nothing, right? So some of people share the idea, but I don't care. So what I'm gonna do is, so this is gonna be the list of string array. So this is gonna be the address, okay? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 0 1, and I'm gonna have a queries. So let's see. So 1 2 3 that will be here, right? String field, this will be this will represent what? Address 0. And main tree will be, let me erase this. So main tree will be this one and this one. IL, so IL, right? So this represents the address 0 and 2, right? And this one 456, aux3, 456, 456 should be here, aux3 should be here. So it's now the single address in a given address array, right? So it's going to be no match. New York is only one in the state, and everything else is null, so it can be mapped for what? Address 3. And you can understand everything, right? So main tree will be, so it should be true. 1 2 3 4 tree number will be also true, and everything null will also allow you can map everything. So that is also true, right? And last one is this 4 5 6 L3 something like that, and then Springfield, and I make one big element change from here from IL to New York. So that's why it's not found. Alright, so let's talk about the solution. Okay, and this is how I'm going to declare my my class, my object. So I pass in the address only, address to initialize everything, and then later on I will print. So let me comment out this, everything is print, so let me comment out. So result will be here, okay. Probably uncommon this. So yeah, let's see what I have. So I have a list of string array address, and also map string base set, and then array. So it's map array for field index. So I only take what? I only take one argument, which is going to be a address. So I initialize my address. Okay, I declare my size of map for this, and then this will be it. And then after that, I using this map. So what I'm gonna do, I traverse the address. Okay, I'm taking I take out every single element from this guy, right? one at a time. So one at a time. So it has to be 4. So I traverse this, I pull the value out, I basically make sure I have a field, I compute my map. If this is not in what? Not declaring a map, I'm going to just declare my bit set, and then I'm setting my index into my map. So string will represent the value that represent this guy, okay, and then bit set will represent the index. So bit set is this one that will represent 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is a trick for using a bit set. So bit set cannot be negative, it has to be from 0 to positive number, and this will be the whole entire initialization for what? For address. So let me see if I can print this out. So results, match print. Yeah, I think I can print this out. One sec. Come on. So field 0, I will have 101. 101 that will represent 3, 1, 2, 3 that will represent 0, 4, 5, 6 represent 1, 7, 8, 9 represent 1. I mean 1 to 3 represent 0, 4, 5, 6 represent 1. And there on I will have main 3 that will represent 0, 2, up 3 will represent 1, out 3 will represent 3. And then field 2 for this one was Springfield that will represent 0 and 1. Chicago will represent 2 and 3. Field 3 that will become the state, right? State will be 0, 1, 2 for IO and the NY for 3. So yeah, it's doable. Alright, so this is the print function, and let's not worry about this first. So this is going to be a big function. You can actually discard whatever I declare for my peer, key and value. Let's jump into here directly. So I have a query. So what is the query? Query is going to be this guy, okay? So I pull everything. I pull one at a time. The bit set candidate that will represent what other element over here, right? So initially I will say equal to null, and I want to also make sure the old node can be also be valid. So in order to set the old node, it has to be here. If one of the field in the query does not equal to null, then I set the old node equal to false, so that I will be able to identify does old node occur. So this is old node, right? And then come back here. So if the field is not null, right, when I traverse the queries, and then I will have to get whatever the map for this field, and then get whatever this string value that represent what string. So this is string. Yeah, this is. So this one. So if this is 0, 0 represent string number, and then string field 1, 2, 3 that will represent string name, city name, state name. So that will represent this guy, right? So I pull every single one of them out, and if bit set does equal to null, then your candidate, like there's no candidate applied. So you will declare the empty bit set, and then you break. Okay. So for example, this doesn't found. However, if bit set is something, so for example, if this is 0, 2, and you want to make sure the candidate has been declared, currently candidate does not get in declared, so you want to clone whatever this one into your candidate, and then when you traverse another iteration, you are using the AND operator to make sure that you are 0, 2, you end probably 0, 1. You end with this. So you always start from field 0. So field 0 that would represent 0. So 0, you end with 0, 2, and end with 0, 1, and end with 0, 1, 2 again. So I mean the idea is that the common one is 0, right? And then this one is still 0, and then this one is still 0. So you represent 0 at the end. So using the AND operator to to do the bit, manipulation, something like this. And after the list traversal, I will have to make sure does my old no is true. If this is true, I want to make sure the address does not be empty. So address is what? Address is the one I declare in the private variable. So which means there's something, and also I also want to make sure the bit set has been declared. And if result I is true, so if this is true, then I will set the value to 0 just by default. So this is that something has been caught when there's a scenario like this. Okay, and others why I'm going to make sure the candidate is not equal to null, so it has to be initialized. So candidate is not equal to null, and also the candidate is not empty, because when you do the OR operator, there you probably start with 1 and end with 0, 2. So 1 and 0, 2 basically has nothing, and then you keep n until the field 3. Like basically, like this is empty. Like candidate is actually empty. You are not doing any, the good AND operator to make a result. So that would be result for Boolean, right? And then later on you have a bit set that will represent how many, which index, which address is mapping. So basically I just clone whatever the candidate bit set is and then assign to the value in the pair. So okay, and then the print will be straightforward. I basically print whatever the map has. So let me rerun again, so everything is super understandable. Alright, so initially this is the initialization for field 0, field 1, field 2, field 3. And then later on I print whatever the query. This is going to be the first address. First query. And then I'm going to make sure that which address is mapping, right? So 1, 2, 3 no, spring field no. 1, 2, 3, so this one 1, 2, 3, and no can be applied on anything. So I'm skipping field 1. Spring field that will represent 0, 1 again. So 0, 0 and 0, 1. So you still have 0. And the field 3 is null again. So you don't actually care about it. You can just assign your result equal to 0. And then for query 2, main tree and IO, main tree, so field 0 I can ignore, main tree is 0, 2, field 2 I can ignore, and 0, 2 and IO 0, 2, so 0, 2 and 0, 1, 2, sorry. So you are taking away 1, so 0, 0, 2 will be remaining, and then you can do the the rest of the analysis by yourself. Alright. So this will be the whole entire solution for this question. It's pretty hard, I believe. I didn't come with this solution. I'm using an AI tool to help me to brainstorm and then add some of my code to make this nicer. So this will be the whole entire solution. It's pretty challenging, I believe, and it has to be L4, so it has to be a senior level. So that's it. Alright, see you later. Bye.